Hi, my name is Philip Gaffney, and I'm coming to you from my home on the Sunshine Coast in Queensland, Australia. I'm pleased to be able to take this opportunity to introduce myself and to inform you about my diverse teaching experiences, capabilities, and qualities in order to convince you as to why I believe I'd be a great teacher for your school. I am a highly motivated, internationally experienced elementary classroom teacher with a commitment to the lifelong learning of all students under my care, and I'm one who is passionate about making a difference. I believe my formal education and training, as well as my progressive history of hands on experiences, makes me an outstanding candidate for your school. This experience and learning is not just limited to academics, but is developed through teaching experiences overseas within different cultures and contexts. My diverse international teaching experience comprises of the following. Firstly, two international schools in Kuwait from 2001 to 2003, which include the Oxford Academy, an accredited Cambridge IGCSE International School, and Al Bayan Bilingual School, which at that time was quite famous because the Emir's grandchildren attended the school. Al Bayan had a combined American and Canadian curriculum. Furthermore, from 2005 to 2007, I was a primary native English-speaking teacher, or NET teacher for short, at Tungwa's Kahoning Memorial Primary School in Kwai Chung in Hong Kong. More recently, from 2017 to 2019, I was a NET teacher at the Salvation Army Anne Wiley Memorial Primary School in Heng Fat Chun. Additionally, in 2016, I was a substitute teacher at quite a few of the ESF schools in Hong Kong, which have the PIP model. This inquiry model is very similar to my own favourite method of teaching and is one that I am familiar with. As well as this, I was also a substitute teacher at the Australian International School and the Christian Alliance International School, which has a curriculum from Alberta. At this school, I also taught P6 for a term. This indicates my flexibility and adaptability in both my wide and deep experiences of cross-cultural teaching. It also signposts my experience and ability in understanding and following procedures, policies, and protocols of a country school and various school boards. Here in Australia, I'm recognised as an experienced senior teacher, and I bring 30 years of teaching experience, mainly with Education Queensland, in which I've taught in various schools throughout the state. The enrolments in these schools has varied from small rural schools with 11 students to the larger city schools with up to 1,000 students. The types of schools that I've taught in has also varied. From a school of the year, now known as a school of distance education, to small rural schools, schools in a small country town, a school in an Aboriginal community called Palm Island, which is just off the coast of Townsville in North Queensland. Palm Island at that time was Australia's largest Indigenous community. And finally, the larger city schools. Here in Queensland, as an elementary classroom teacher, we teach most subjects to the one class. These subjects include English, maths, science, geography, history, social studies, technology, ICT, and art. This has allowed me to develop exceptional interpersonal skills, as evidenced with my work with students, parents, and admin staff. I have a goal with every class and student to let them know that I care about them and that I am passionate about helping them to learn. I have seen children in my class thrive into confident and capable learners. This is intentional, and it is core to the successes I've had in the many contexts in which I've taught. I embed opportunities for my students to develop pride and confidence in rich environments in which they are constantly encouraged, which then sees them go on to own their belief that they'll become an outstanding person. What I have said can be evidenced if you've been able to look at the first CV attachment that I've included. On the front page, the first two comments are from the principals of the schools I taught at as a net teacher, and the last comment is from one of my parents here in Australia. I bring strong instructional, motivational, and creative skills to fast-paced learning environments, keeping students engaged and interested in subjects being taught. Throughout the years, I've been able to incorporate fun individual and group projects as well as classroom activities, which has proven effective at helping students to develop grade appropriate reading, comprehension, and writing abilities. I look forward to bringing these strengths and more to your school. Would you please consider the following highlights from my qualifications? I have proven success as an elementary classroom teacher, both here in Australia and overseas. I have proven success as a primary native English speaking teacher, as seen in my two experiences of teaching in Hong Kong. I have proven success in delivering competency based courses and leading classroom based interactive discussions to enhance learning and understanding. I have strived as a passionate advocate for educational excellence, and I've demonstrated a fervent commitment for mentoring academically struggling students. I am equipped with exceptional communication, collaboration, and interpersonal skills, along with the ability to forge long-lasting relationships with students, teachers, and admin staff. If you've been able to look at the tributes from the two schools from where I was a net teacher, you would see evidence of this. In both of these schools, I was able to forge strong relationships with the students, teachers, and admin staff from these schools. Today, I am still in contact with some students and teachers and admin. For me, this was a real honour to receive these tributes. Thank you again for taking the time to view this video CV. While at first it was a bit daunting, it was a really good way to take some time, put my thoughts together, and take some ownership of my abilities, experiences, and strengths. And gee, after reflecting on all of this, I really learned to walk the talk. Landing in Kuwait a few weeks before 9/11 and being my first time out of Australia was certainly a bit of an eye-opener. But after 2 years and experience in two very different international schools, I thrived. In 2016, walking to the various international schools all over Hong Kong was also a bit daunting at first, but it wasn't long before I was taking it in my stride. I believe my 20 plus years of experience in a different context I've taught held me in good stead. I really relished my time as a net teacher. Being the only Westerner at two schools and forming the relationships that I did is something that will always stay with me. In conclusion, I hope this video CV has given you a good understanding as to why I believe I'd be a great teacher for your school. I look forward to a career opportunity where I can continue my passion and helping students to grow in wisdom and stature, become learners focused in an others oriented community in which learning and teaching are relational, rigorous, and relevant. Finally, I'm looking forward to being able to return to Hong Kong, a place I hold close to my heart. While I was in Hong Kong, I received an Outstanding Volunteer Award from Hong Kong Correctional Services for my work with a group of visited prisoners in Tung Fuk Prison. Also, while in Hong Kong, on most Sunday afternoons I could be found at Yamate Catholic School Church Hall, where as part of a group called Pizza Party, we entertained and served meals to around 320 aged, poor, lonely, and homeless members of the community. I look forward to being able to do this once again. Thank you. Take care.